So today what I'm doing is we have a different tactic. We usually, when we go bass fishing, we fish with shiners, and we're really looking to learn more about bass fishing. And while we're learning, I want to give you guys tips and tricks along the way. And today we've had a couple lines out the back of the boat while we've been fishing with artificials, mainly because we want to catch a clown knife fish. So we have live shiners out on the back of the boat and hoping to catch a clown knife, which is a really cool fish, jumps all over the place. But I just caught a cute little largemouth right here. And what I'm throwing is a weighted Senko. And Brian is throwing a topwater, and we've gotten a few bites so far, but we haven't caught a fish yet on the artificials. So we're trying to do that, and as soon as we catch a fish on the artificials, I'm going to give you in-depth analysis of the information that So after we catch a fish officially on an artificial, whether it's a peacock bass or a largemouth bass, I'm going to give you the in-depth information about what we used to catch the fish and what kind of method we were using in order to get the bite. So once we get a fish on that, we'll let you know. Bad boy in, show you what he ate. Alright, so I just want to show you guys really quick while I have this fish here what I've been doing so far this morning. And like I said, we're fishing with the live bait, so we've got them two out the back, and I'm not fishing with them, I'm just leaving them out, letting the live bait do their thing. And I'm throwing artificials, and I have switched my bait a ton of times this morning, just trying to see what works for the fish. And I want to give you guys an idea so that way you guys can do it too when you go fishing. But basically this morning I started throwing this crankbait, and this crankbait did not work. I tried it a few times, probably 15 minutes or so, and that's a great crankbait to catch peacock bass and largemouth bass. I didn't get a bite. So then I switched to an artificial, and I switched to a Senko, and this is a Gambler 5-inch Ace, and this is the watermelon green color with red flakes in it. And this color usually kills it for me, did not catch a fish on it. So I decided to switch it up, and I put a Gambler Big Easy on. Let me get this out of the fish's mouth and I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and release this fish right now and then show you what I used to catch him. Bye. Alright. So what I used today was, after I switched it up from the Senko, which I do very well fishing with the Senko, but just wasn't getting the bite, so I figured that since it's a little cloudy out today and it's really, really windy, that I need to get my baits down deep. So I used this Gambler Big Easy. And this color, I believe, is the Ghost Shad color. And it's got like a little bit of purple and white on the belly. And then I've got a wide gap Mustad weighted, a wide gap weighted grip pin hook. You can see there's a little weight right here to hold on your baits. But this did really well, and I also had a little bullet weight in front, so that way I could cast it into the wind. And there's this little honey hole on the edge of the bank here where I just casted it, and as soon as it hit the bottom, I got a bite. So that worked, and it was my first cast with the Gambler. So now I know what the fish are biting, and I'm going to continue using this method and just cast it around the banks here at the bridge and see if I can get any more reaction strikes from the fish. But that's what works for me. It'll work for you guys too. If you're on the bank, if you're not on a boat, these methods will work just as fine on the bank. You don't think that because I'm doing it on the boat means you only can do it on the boat. It means that you can do it on the bank or anywhere you are, whether it's a lake or a pond that you're fishing.
Alright guys, moved to a new spot. I'm going to show you what I've been using. I've been using this green topwater. And I got like 2 hits on this. I didn't catch any fish, so after about half an hour I switched it up. I don't even know what that's called. To this thing. This is a Tsunami walk on the dog lure, topwater. It's pink and silver on the bottom. So I've been using that. This reel I'm using, this is our only bait caster right now because I dropped our other bait caster in the ocean. Darcy was real happy about that. This is a Daiwa Laguna 100M. So it's an entry-level reel. I'm an entry-level bass fisherman, I think. But I am looking to get another bait caster, a nicer one or whatever, a different one. So you guys have any suggestions, feel free to comment below. And I'm using a nice Tsunami rod. I love the rod, Tsunami bass rod. So we're at a new spot, and we're going to try and catch a fish. I'm going to probably change up this topwater because it didn't work too well. Darcy is fishing the bottom and in the middle with that gambler ghost shad. And we also got those shiners out, like we mentioned, because there's a ton of clownfish around here, and we're hoping to get some more. And they only really eat shiners.
We almost caught a gar.
We had a gar on, a big one. It was about, I don't know, like this big. And then it came off the hook. Didn't even fit in our net, so we're trying to fill it around with it, and they got sharp teeth. So we didn't want to grab it by the lip, and we lost it. So that's that. So back to fishing. All right, we're wrapping up. I think fishing, it's about 1 o'clock, and there's a chainsaw going off right here. So give us a minute, we'll be right back. We're wrapping it up, it's about 1 o'clock, and that's when we agreed to go in. Darcy's got a ton of school work, and you know, we've been out here since 7:30, 8 o'clock. But you know, we're switching over. Everyone makes fun of our shiners, and you know, we basically started saltwater offshore fishing together. And because, you know, but we want to get into bass too, and so we started using shiners just, you know, to catch some bass. But now you know, we're going to be doing all artificial. So today was really our first day of that, and we're down here at the Lake Ida chain. And you know, when you first start doing artificials or any sort of fishing on a new lake, although we've been here before, you know, you got to fish the whole lake and see what's going on. So today was really our first day of doing all that, and I was throwing top water most of the day. Got a bunch of bites, didn't land any fish. Darcy, well, she can tell you what she did.
Yeah, but I just switched my techniques all day long, and one good rule to follow. Oh my gosh, there's an iguana swimming in the water over here. Really cool. Really cool.
I love you can see that. So it's like right here. Anyway.
Funny.
So the whole area is full of iguanas. I don't film them. If you want me to film them, write it in comments. But they're freaking everywhere.
Yeah, there's like 20 sitting on the wall over here that you can't see, but iguanas everywhere here in South Florida. But yeah, as I was saying, basically I switched up my technique all day long. One good rule to follow, a rule of thumb, is, you know, you're trying a certain technique for 30 minutes and you don't get a bite, you need to switch it up. You need to change your techniques, whether that be topwater or a crankbait or a lipless crankbait. And just switch it up and vary your retrieval speeds, and then just see what works. And if you're not getting any bites, whether you're going faster on the retrieval speed or slower, then you just need to switch completely, the color or whatever the case may be. So today I fished a whole bunch of different stuff. I fished topwater, I fished a lipless crankbait, that didn't work. I tried a crankbait, that didn't work. And then I used that Gambler Big Easy in the ghost shad color and caught that one fish. And right now I currently am rigged up with a watermelon color worm, a long curly tail worm about 6 inches long. And I didn't get any bites on that. But I'm using, like I said, I'm using everything weighted today because it's so windy. It's blowing about 15-20 knots. So you got to have things weighted in order to cast it out.
That's another reason you can't go offshore.
Yeah, and keep it in the water.
Besides, my boat's getting fixed.
Yeah, so basically the last couple weeks we've been stuck to inshore fishing, saltwater, as well as bass fishing, and I'm not complaining. We need to learn how to bass fish better, and while our offshore boat is getting fixed, you know, we're learning how to do this a little better. So I think we did okay on artificials. We probably could have done better, but we just moved to a bunch of different spots, went to different bridges, kind of drifted through the area with the wind, and just trying to get a feel of it. And Brian got a ton of hits on topwater. He just couldn't make the connection. And
we still, you know, we had shiners out for the clown knives because they really only eat shiners. And so I think we caught 3 bass on the shiners. Darcy caught 1 on the artificial. And I caught 0, so she wins the challenge for that.
Yeah, big challenge.
And big shout out to Parker. We saw our buddy Parker. I don't know if you remember that video. He had that funny hat on.
The umbrella hat.
The umbrella hat a while back. But we see Parker almost every time on the shore. Next time we'll get him in a video. But I threw it, and it was my 3rd lure I almost lost today. But the thing floated. It was a floater, and he went and got it offshore as we were talking to him. So thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
So that was cool. And what else?
And then we also caught a peacock bass on a shiner. And peacock bass are very rare to catch on like worms, but you can catch them on topwater, and you can catch them on crankbaits that have lips. Crankbait, regular crankbait. And like in a peacock color, Anything that's really bright, they usually hit that, and then probably his topwater hits this morning were peacock bass, but they just won't hit worms. It's very, very rare. So we caught that peacock bass on a shiner, and then we also almost caught that gar, and I really wish we got that gar for you guys to see it. It was such a cool fish, really big one too, a nice sized fish, really fat, and just couldn't make it into the net and kind of wasn't even hooked. The hook just fell out of his face. But I thought he had broke it because they have really sharp teeth, so that would have been cool to see. So one of these days in the future, we're going to catch a clown knife fish, and we're going to catch a gar, and we're going to show these amazing, unique, exotic species to you. Yeah.
All right. Well, coming up next, I want to tell you guys, remind you, we've got some great stuff coming up. On Sunday, we're going to Marathon, Florida with Sweet Enough Charters. We're going for 2 days, and we're going to do cooking. In case you've been asking about cooking, we're going to be doing cooking with Chef Jamie, who you've seen on the channel several times before. I think 3 times already.
Just cut it.
It's not that bad.
We just had to save Jamie from the reel. He got his curly hair stuck in it.
You're my hero, Darcy.
Look at his hair. That was in the reel.
After that, we're going alligator hunting with Osceola Outback Charters. That got postponed because of the high water levels, so that's going to be awesome. And then we're fishing, with online fishing, the Australian Barra Bounty. So you Australian and New Zealand folks, maybe you heard of that. It's going to be awesome. That's in the beginning of October 21st and 22nd. We're going to be fishing for snook and big jacks. So that's going to be exciting. It's a huge online tournament. So we're excited about that. And then, of course, the first week of November, we're going to be at the King of the Beach. So we're going to be at the King of the Beach. I think we're fishing with Central Marine. We'll get you all the details, but we're going to be at the whole event, guys. So Darcy's going to be there. She's going to be at the captain's meeting. She's going to be pre-fishing with this great captain, and we're going to be in the tournament at the awards ceremony and everything like that. So that's at Madeira Beach. I think it's over near Tampa somewhere. So if you want to see Darcy, that's really a great place at a big event. There's like 700 boats, like the biggest kingfish tournament in the whole wide world. So we'd love to see you guys all there. That's really, I think that's it. We're going to be, I'm thinking about going daily with the channel. Things are slowed down here in the winter a little bit. So I'm thinking about going daily. It's not going to be able to, with the videos. It's not going to be able to be every day because for offshore fishing all day long, I can't, I don't have time to make a video on it and I'm exhausted. But give me your thoughts on that. If you want to see Darcizzle and a little bit of me, not too much, I promise you, every day or almost every day, then let us know. Because, I don't know, that's just something we've been thinking about. We're full-time doing this, and we're here to entertain you guys and catch some fish and have a great time, and hopefully, support some causes like veterans and North Andros and some of those kind of great things, and the charity tournaments. I think that's it. Is that it, Sizzle?
Yeah. Just thank you for watching, like always, and sorry we couldn't bring too much exciting fish to you today, but we're really trying. We're trying to do our job out here and make you guys enjoy our videos and watch our videos, so we really appreciate that. And just make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
And what else?
What?
Follow your dream?
Oh, I'm going to do that.
She can do it later.
Let's do it the other way. Holy crap! Check out this fish! Monster! Is it bigger than 44?
I think so. I don't have my tape measure, but I think this is bigger than